What's your message to Joe Biden?
Get over here.
Of course, the current president has been in Europe most of the week, but he managed to find some time to tweet about the situation, saying, quote, "We'll continue to hold rail companies accountable when they fail to put safety first. But first, we've got Norfolk Southern's mess to clean. I want affected residents to know that we've got your back." Yeah, way back. "And as I said to your govs, they'll have energy resources that they need." So while East Palestine continues to suffer, who's going to be the hero and who's going to be the zero? Joining me now from East Palestine, Ohio, former Hawaii Democrat Congresswoman and Fox News contributor, Tulsi Gabbard. Hey, Tulsi Gabbard.
Hey, Jimmy.
Hey. Now, is it true that you told the producers you'd rather spend time next to a chemical spill than be in studio with me?
Hey, I got a call that you were the guest hosting just about an hour ago. I wish you seem like a fun guy. It'd be cool to be in studio with you.
That works. Okay. Well, here's my question as someone who is in East Palestine. Okay. Are you getting the sense from local residents, as I have on the radio, that they don't feel like they're being dealt with on the level by anyone?
Absolutely. The level of trust that I've heard from folks as I've been around East Palestine and different parts of this village today is at zero. Mm-hmm. The level of frustration and anger about how they have been failed by the Biden administration, how they have been failed by Norfolk Southern, how they have been failed by these institutions, these entities that have a responsibility directly to help them, to serve them, to provide for their needs in this time of catastrophe and disaster. Meanwhile, what are they left with? They're left with literally begging for help. Norfolk Southern says, okay, here's $1,000 inconvenience fee. How insulting can you possibly be when these people are thinking about, is the air that we're breathing clean? Are my kids getting sick if they drink the water here? What to speak of? I just spoke to someone about an hour ago here walking down the street saying, I'm concerned because I'm going to raise my kids here. Are they going to get sick in a year or 5 years or 10 years? Who's going to be here for us then? They have been failed time and time again. And it reveals the bigger problem here, Jimmy, which is our leaders don't care. They don't care about the people of East Palestine. They didn't care about the people of Jackson, Mississippi and their water crisis. Didn't care about the 9/11 first responders. They don't care about my brothers and sisters in uniform who are coming down with cancers because of their toxic exposures and not getting the care that they need. Unfortunately, the list goes on and all points back to this bigger problem where they see the people, they see the American people as more of a nuisance or an annoyance at best, or an adversary, an enemy at worst, and leaving again the people to beg during their time of need.
Well, I think that's a great point you make, Tulsi, in that everybody on the ground can see how transparently unimportant they are, because Pete Buttigieg's decision to go there tomorrow is not an action, it's a reaction to President Trump going there. It's a reaction to them finally facing backlash in the media. So are we actually being governed by Twitter now, in that this administration doesn't take action on something like the border or East Palestine until they start seeing the likes pile up against them?
It reveals, unfortunately, their mindset, which is not getting up every day saying, hey, what can I do for the American people today? How can I best be of service to the people, which is what we need from our president, from our commander-in-chief, from those who serve in these positions as supposed public servants. It shows their mixed up priorities, that they really care about themselves, their own political ambitions and interests, and are leaving the people behind. We're seeing this with President Biden making a very clear decision to go to Ukraine and announce that he's going to give $500 million, yet on top of the over $100 billion he's already given of our taxpayer dollars to them to pay for their public pensions and all these other things. What to speak of the proxy war that he's waging, that we never had a say in. And meanwhile, once again, the people of East Palestine are being thrown pennies. Saying, oh, here you go, here are the scraps. Your government doesn't really actually care about you. That's the message that I get. That's the message I've been hearing from people here.
Yeah, no question. Brilliant stuff, as we expected. Tulsi, stay safe out there. I know Pete Buttigieg is showing up tomorrow. Make sure you have your mic on a delay. There's going to be some F-bombs for sure. Have a good one. You're the best.
All right.